Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm Mishra and this is Scientifix, where I will be taking you through this week's top science news from across the world. Our first story today is about the discovery of the oldest ever human tools made from whale bones in the Bay of Biscay in Spain. These tools, according to spectrometry conducted by scientists from Spain, France and Canada, originated from the bones of 5 different species of great whales. Whales are one of the oldest and largest mammals in our world and have been used for purposes by humans over the years. Their fins and body for meat, their oil for cooking and other burning purposes, and some body parts are even used for weaving and basket making. But it has been difficult for scientists and archaeologists to identify when exactly did human-whale interactions begin, because marine history and especially coastal archaeological sites are very susceptible to damage because of rising sea levels. In this one cave in Spain, however, archaeologists could find bones and worked bone tools made from sperm whales, fin whales, blue whales as well as grey whales. Not only does this tell us the history of human-whale interactions, but also tells us a little bit about what kinds of whale species were present in the region in that period of history. The next story is an interesting insight into research by MIT scientists who have developed a new kind of fuel cell which uses sodium and air for creating energy. You heard that right. This new source of energy goes beyond even lithium, which is the current hot choice for batteries. There's something even more interesting about this sodium cell though. It has the capacity to hold enough energy to fuel domestic flights. Now let's take a step back. What is the biggest hurdle in terms of electric flights? The amount of energy that is stored in a battery directly corresponds to its weight, and the kind of energy that's needed for powering a flight would just be too much for normal lithium batteries to hold. However, this new sodium-oxygen fuel cell carries 3 times the energy of a lithium-ion battery, potentially positing itself as a much more efficient alternative as opposed to normal batteries. The cell works on the principle of an electrochemical reaction between liquid sodium metal and oxygen, and it is a refillable cell. While it's still in its prototype stage, the MIT scientists envision it as a game changer in the field of electric vehicles, including electric aviation, bringing in a new generation of greener and cleaner transportation. Next up is a story that's published in Nature Astronomy journal, which covers a brand new development that could allow us to see the sun like never before. The outermost layer of the sun is known as the corona, and for years, scientists have wondered why it is 1,000,000 times hotter than the surface of the sun. However, forget even getting close to it, we haven't even been able to see the sun clearly because of something called atmospheric turbulence. Even our strongest telescopes have failed to clearly capture the sun's corona as anything more than a blur. But with this new coronal adaptive optics, which is a technology created by the US National Solar Observatory, we have been able to overcome atmospheric turbulence to capture the clearest ever images of the sun's corona. The scientists witnessed for the first time ever that plumes of plasma, which is the hot gas that makes up the sun, forms and collapse in the corona, as well as how these plasma raindrops fall back onto the sun. These are all very interesting insights that could ideally help astrophysicists uncover the reason behind the corona's extremely hot temperatures as opposed to the rest of the sun, bringing us one step closer to solving that big cosmic mystery. Finally, a fun story to end this episode of Scientific is about how bed bugs are the oldest urban pests for humans, having followed a similar population trajectory as humans for the last 60,000 years. So scientists from Virginia Tech in the United States have traced the lineage of different species of bed bugs, which are parasitic insects that feed on humans and mammal blood. By tracing the population history of different bed bugs associated with different mammals, like humans or bats, the scientists discovered how the particular strain that is associated with humans has had the same demographic changes like humans have. So its numbers declined during the last ice age, which was 20,000 years ago. Then it rose afterwards and saw expansions as and when humans moved to cities and established civilizations like the Mesopotamia. The genome sequencing of this strain of bedbugs provides its complete population history, and it describes them as the first pests ever associated with humans long before cockroaches or rats came onto the scene. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning into The Print.